Good evening. Today's Thursday. It's about 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow is the last day of my psychiatry rotation. And then I have my first shelf exam of third year on Monday. I was studying in the med school for most of the day. We had didactics earlier in the morning and afternoon. So since we finished those lectures, I've just been studying. I just finished reading the first aid for psychiatry textbook, which is super recommended for the psych rotation. And I am so tired. So I'm probably going to take a bit of a nap when I get home. But I wanted to have some sort of vlog for at least one day of my psychiatry rotation and then maybe take y'all along with me as I study. So I hope y'all enjoy. Hey y'all, it's about 1 o'clock. We've been dismissed for the rotation. This is my girlie Chi-Chi.
Hey y'all,
They're having an event for Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. The psychiatry interest group is. And I'm like, since I'm on the rotation, let me come out, get some food, learn about suicide prevention. So yeah, they're setting up. Looking forward to that. I just tried out this smoothie. It is so good, man. Okay, hello y'all. It's about 7:30 p.m. I'm at the medical school. I've been studying here, doing UWorld questions after that psychiatry event, which is really fun. The smoothies were so good. The food was so good. I got a massage. It was a great event. I did want to talk a little bit about my day. Hopefully nobody walks in on me in the bathroom. So today I finished the consults portion of psychiatry, which is basically when anyone in the hospital can page us if they need somebody seen for some sort of psychiatric issue. For example, if they need to determine capacity for a patient to see if they have the capacity to refuse some sort of procedure or anything like that. Or if they think, maybe this patient is delirious, maybe we need to find the cause of the delirium. Or if they have some sort of psychiatric history, just to make sure everything's okay with that. So that's kind of what we do on consults. Today, we only really saw one patient in person, and there was another patient who we are following, but the students aren't actually allowed to see him because he is COVID positive. But we've been looking at his chart and stuff. But thankfully, our attending let us go home early today to study for our shelf, which is great. Shout out to that attending. So yeah, today's been a good day overall. I'm pretty tired, but I took some energy drinks just to get myself to be able to do some more studying. At some point later, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we do on the psychiatry rotation, just because I didn't really get much of a chance to show y'all anything. Plus, I'm not going to record anywhere that patients are seen. But yeah, I'm going to pack up and head home before it starts getting dark. Hey y'all, since we're on the topic of psychiatry, suicide prevention, mental health, I just wanted to take a little bit of time in this video to talk about some ways to preserve your mental health. Because I feel like as third-year medical students especially, and further down the line in this career of medicine that we're in, a lot of people don't prioritize their mental health. And in a field where we have some of the highest suicide rates, I think it's also important for us to remember different ways to take care of ourselves. When you're working 24-hour call shifts and working for 12 hours and studying for every other hour you're awake, it can really be hard to think about these things. So I just want to shed some light on some ways that I take care of myself. In as much as I want to say I go to the gym and work out regularly, I don't, but I do go on walks as well as just trying to spend some time outside. Another thing would be spending time with animals. I personally don't have any pets, but over the weekend I was cat sitting my sister's friend's cat. It was such a beautiful experience because this was my first time having a live-in pet since leaving my family's house after high school, and just feeling that love from an animal who may scratch you sometimes, may pee on your rug sometimes, but at the end of the day, you can't blame them, and it's just nothing but love. I don't know, it's very therapeutic for me. I don't think I'm at the point where I'm gonna get my own cat at this moment because I'm kind of broke, but if you guys think I should get a cat, comment down below, let me know what type of cat. I would get a dog, but I don't think I have enough time for a dog, realistically. Another thing for me would just be like playing the guitar, playing the ukulele. I find that music is something that often brings me peace. It's just something that helps recenter my mind. And another huge part of taking care of your mental health and partaking in self-care would be taking time to treat yourself. If you're anywhere in this healthcare space or even in other spaces that I'm not as familiar with, you're probably working really hard. And I think it's okay to be able to reward yourself. Especially with Valentine's Day coming up, I feel like we spend so much time consuming things on the behalf of other people, which is great. But we pour so much love into other people that we forget to pour love into ourselves. You know, buying something for yourself. And one thing that I would recommend would be getting yourself some jewelry. Especially if you're somebody in my line of work where we're wearing scrubs all day, every day. I feel like jewelry can add that pop of color, that extra vibrance to make you feel a little bit more like a person, to make you feel a little bit more alive. On that topic, I did want to recommend Ana Luisa jewelry. I've been wearing Ana Luisa for about 2 years now, and they do not disappoint. Ana Luisa products are my go-to jewelry because of their quality, their affordability, their variety of designs. It's just overall a really great brand. So I want to show you guys some of the new pieces I got from them. I actually have 2 pieces on as we speak. The first thing I wanted to show you are the Mini Kinoko marble blue earrings. I have them on right now, and I've been wearing these earrings a lot. I've worn these earrings at least like 3-4 times since getting them recently, and every time I wear them, I get compliments left and right. I feel like they're so elegant, yet they have that boldness to them, that pop to them. The next piece I want to show y'all is the Lore Mother of Pearl necklace. I'll show y'all a close-up. I haven't worn this one out yet, but I feel like it really balances out these earrings. It is so dainty and delicate, and I feel like it's the cutest little necklace. It's in the shape of a heart. Reminder to love yourself, y'all. Love yourselves. The next piece I have are the Elise Delicate Huggy Hoops. I really love how dainty these are as well and have that little splash of sparkle. I feel like you could wear this with like gold outfits, silver outfits. I love that combo. And this is definitely just like an everyday earring to add that extra razzle dazzle. So yeah, I really love this pair. And the last piece is the Miche black necklace. I've already worn this one out a couple times, and I feel like it's that perfect balance of dainty and bold. It's a super cute piece. And yeah, those are the pieces I have to show y'all. And just to go the extra mile, so you guys really know, look at this. Look at this piece. Do you see any chips? Any scratches? Any dullness? No. I've had this for almost 2 years. This is my go-to necklace, y'all. I don't remember the name of it, so I'll write it down on the screen. But just so you know, I am being so genuine when I say this jewelry is affordable and it lasts. It is good quality. Like, y'all see that? Y'all see that? So please run, do not walk. Click the link in my description to celebrate self-love with some Ana Luisa jewelry. It's up to 25% off for a limited time. Anyway, back to my studies. Hello friends, good morning. Today's Saturday, it's about 8:45 a.m. and I'm feeling very weird because I haven't had the feeling of exam weekend in like 5 months. Which I know doesn't sound like a long time, but I went from studying, just straight studying for 2 months and dedicated, to having a month of nothing, and then to just working for 2 months. And like back in M1, M2, we would have an exam every couple weeks. So it's weird to be like, oh my gosh, it's an exam weekend, but I have 2 months worth of info to learn. But the thing is, I did a lot of learning throughout the 2 months of the rotation, so I'm just gonna make my plan and execute it. I'm not gonna stress too much. Let me get on my whiteboard. I still have to eat breakfast, but I think I'm gonna do a bit of work before that. So number 1 on my plans would be to finish UWorld, and I have about 120 questions, or a bit less than that, left on UWorld to do for psychiatry. I think on UWorld there were a little under 400. The reason I haven't done all the UWorld questions is because I already did all the AMBOSS questions in the beginning, so I was combining doing the 2 question banks. But honestly, 120 questions is doable. I can get that done in 1 day if it's all I do. Plan number 2 is to do the NBMEs. Sorry, I'm writing it down. So I think we have 3 NBMEs for psychiatry. Each of them is 50 questions. So I want to do at least 2 of them, but I'm trying to do all 3 and like go through the answers. And honestly, that's also a whole nother day. So is there really much purpose in expanding my plan further from that? Who knows? But I'm keeping this list very short because I recognize, unlike M2, this exam weekend is just 2 days, not 3 days. So number 3 would be to skim through the First Aid for Psych book, which I think I told y'all on Thursday that I had just finished that book. So I kind of kept my reading of it towards the end of the rotation. That way I don't just forget everything over time. But on the margins of the book, they have like key facts and high yield things to remember and key things that distinguish certain things. So, and I find that like I start learning a lot of little like pimp questions almost from those key facts. So I just want to go through those again, just read through the margins, and maybe if I see anything that I want to review, maybe I'd want to review the chapter on substance use, intoxication, withdrawal, because I find those things can be a bit hard for me. I know them, but I'm trying to totally get it down 100%. So if I have time, maybe I'll read through that chapter, but it's unlikely I will. So I have skim, First Aid for Psych, margins, read, substance, chapter. Yeah, that's less likely on the list. The last thing I want to do is listen to the rest of the Divine Interventions podcast. This is also lower on the list for obvious reasons. The main thing I want to do are finish UWorld and do the NBMEs. I've already listened to like half of the podcast episodes, so maybe if I'm cooking or just chilling, I'll listen to the podcast. But again, less likely. So this is my list. I feel like this is slightly more realistic than I'll actually get done, which is a good thing, because if I ever get bored and feel like I have nothing to do, I'll remember, yes, you do have something to do, and I'll get back to work. So yeah, having something in front of my face always helps me. I can't see it. I keep it right here. So I'm gonna get to studying. Maybe boil an egg or something. So it's a little bit before 3:30. I've done about 60 questions of UWorld. My little sister got a chai latte for me. Pretty good. But yeah, I did pretty well on this UWorld block. I think I'm gonna take a break for a little bit, maybe until 4, because I'm starting to get tired, and then I'll probably start doing some of the NBMEs. I'm so tired, y'all. I look tired. I feel tired. It's a little bit before 11 p.m. now. It's 10:55. I have a bit of nasal congestion right now, so yeah, I'm not feeling the best. so that's why my voice sounds a bit nasally. So today I did like 160 practice questions. Like I said, I did the 60 U-World questions, and I did 2 NBMEs. I reviewed one of them, and I just did one, but I don't have it in me to review it right now, so I'll just review it tomorrow. But I did relatively well on them. I also listened to a couple podcast episodes. I feel like I've listened to most of the podcasts that I want to listen to. So honestly, I'm just gonna go to sleep because I can feel myself deteriorating, and I feel like my time now would better be spent getting the sleep I need and waking up earlier or on time tomorrow, and then with renewed energy putting in work. So yeah, good night, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, so that 15 seconds of footage was all I filmed for Sunday. I guess I was busy, but let's get into the real money. Let's get into what y'all all came here for, my exam day. Morning, y'all. I'm on my way to take my first shelf. It's about 8:40 and the exam starts at 9, but they wanted us to come a bit early in case there's anything to do, so that's why I'm here. Wish me luck. Sorry I didn't vlog much at all yesterday. I just felt like there was nothing to show because I was just doing exactly what I said I was going to do. I finished U-World, I finished the NBMEs, I skimmed through the margins, like I did what I said I was going to do. And how many time lapses of me studying do y'all need to see? Thankfully, I did super well on my U-World and I did well enough on the NBMEs. So I'm feeling relatively confident, but nervous nonetheless. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. Hey y'all, it's evening time. My shelf exam is over. I feel it went okay. Hopefully it went well. That's really all I gotta say about it. It was harder than I thought it would be, but it was still doable. I would say it was a fair exam. So hopefully I get the grade that I was looking for. I feel like I put in all the effort and all the work that I could have put in, and that's all I can really ask for. I wanted to talk a little bit about the psych rotation itself, just as like a summary, since that is what this video is about. So with the psych rotation, there's the inpatient, the outpatient, and the consults. So I explained what consults was earlier. That's when you have the pager and you can go to see anyone in the hospital for whatever reason. And then inpatient is the patients who are staying in the hospital. And outpatient are the people who don't live in the hospital at the moment, but come in, let's say, to get, their medication touched up, or because they're having concerns or they have some sort of thing, but they're safe to live outside in the real world at that time. I really do think psychiatry was a good rotation overall. I feel like a lot of the things I learned in psychiatry can be applied to other specialties of medicine, and that's something I was pleasantly surprised by. One thing that's important to learn, like if you're about to start your rotation, would be the mental status exam. It's basically psychiatry's version of the physical exam, and it kind of gives a snapshot of what the patient looks like in that moment and where their mental state is at. So if you're about to start your rotation, look into that. I don't want to start giving out like advice to study because I haven't gotten my shelf grade yet or my rotation grade yet at all, but I guess I will, because if not now, then when? I used the First Aid for Psychiatry book. I've mentioned it like 3 times in this video already. It was super helpful, as well as UWorld. Well, I did AMBOSS first, so I did all the AMBOSS questions, and then I did all the UWorld questions, and I did 3 NBMEs. The Divine Interventions podcast was really good. I feel like I've already said all this already. There's this website called PsychDB that's also a good resource. Let me just talk about a couple lessons that I learned while on my psychiatry rotation and some things that I learned about myself. One main thing I did really like about the rotation was the people. The faculty and residents really did put effort into helping us learn and pouring into us, which is something I really appreciated. Also, just them being kind overall. And it made me realize that one thing I do value in a profession would be to be surrounded by people who are more kind than they are not. Like, I don't mind receiving criticism at all. If it's gonna help me grow, I'm all here for it. But wherever I am, I would hope that it would have a good energy to it. Sorry about the washing machine in the background. Another thing that my psychiatry rotation taught me was, I remember distinctly during our psychotherapy group, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I don't want to share any patient's info or what they shared too much, because what's said in group stays in group. But I remember we were talking about a certain topic, and it wasn't a psychiatry related topic. It was something that everybody can connect to. You know, for example, this isn't what we spoke about, but like, let's just say we were talking about what movies we like, and then everybody else kind of talked about what movies we like, just as an example. I realized in that moment, as I was hearing what movies people like, that these patients aren't just people with psychiatric issues. They're entire people. Everything I've been through in life, or as long as I've been on this earth, and the things I've experienced, everybody has their own set of experiences that they take with them. So it really helped me to remember that they're not just patients, they're entire people who have aspirations, who have dreams, who have favorite colors, who have favorite foods. And I know this isn't like something that you didn't know already, but I feel like sometimes in medicine, people focus on treating the disease, which in some ways, yes, that is your job. But it was just nice to remember that these are really people's lives that you're impacting. I really don't feel like talking too much for real, but I enjoyed the rotation overall. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm starting my next rotation surgery tomorrow morning, so I want to get some sleep. So thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Toodaloo.
Ooh, hey y'all. It's 3 days after my psych exam, and I just found out I honored. So great news, hard work paid off. Bye.